So let me tell you all about the time I almost caught HIV. This story is a wild one, so buckle up. So back when I was around 22, I had my own place, living life, doing my thing. One day I ran into this guy I knew from community college. Let's call him Mike. He was the second year ahead of me. We met at the library. That's how I knew of him, but we never really talked to each other a lot back then. Anyway, I was at Target with my girlfriend, and she saw Mike and was like, "What's up, Mike?" And I'm like, "Wait, you know him?" She's like, "Yeah, we cool." So I was just playing around and was like, "Hook your girl up." And to my surprise, she actually did. We exchanged numbers, and I knew Mike was a ladies' man from college, but at that time I didn't care. Fast forward. One night, I went out to the club with my girlfriends. I was looking cute and had on this little button-down shirt dress with some tight shorts underneath. You couldn't tell me nothing. While I was at the club, Mike texted me, "Can I see you?" And I was like, "Yeah, you can see me." I told my girls, and they were hyped for me because at that time I was still a virgin, and this was a big deal. So I left the club and pulled up to his place. First red flag, he had no furniture, just an air mattress. But at that age, I wasn't even thinking twice about it. He was on the phone with his dad when I got there, and he wanted to talk to me. He was all like, "Oh, you dating my son?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Sir, I'm here for one reason, and it ain't to meet the family." But I played nice, joked with him a bit, and finally, he got off the phone. Then things started to get real. We were watching a movie, cuddling, and eventually we started kissing. He started undressing me, but when he got to my shorts, we had an issue. Those things were tight. I had to stand up and pull them down myself, and we were laughing about it. But I was nervous because, this was my first time. Then things really started heating up. He pulled his pants down, and let's just say I was shocked. I hadn't seen many, but I knew this one was a lot. Anyway, he got back on top of me, and just when things were about to happen, we heard banging on the door. Boom, boom, boom. I stopped and was like, "What was that?" He said, "I don't know," and tried to ignore it. But then the banging continued. Then we heard a voice, "Open the door! I just got beat up at the club." At this point, I was sitting there like, "Oh no, who is this?" Mike got up, went to the window, and started talking to whoever was out there through the blinds. He came back and was like, "She'll leave, don't worry about it." But I was worried. She kept banging on the door, yelling, and I was not about to be caught up in some drama. So I started putting my clothes back on. Mike was trying to convince me to stay, saying, "She's going to leave. She's just crazy." But I was already over it. I asked him, "Is she out there alone?" And he was like, "I think so." So I decided to leave. When I opened the door, I expected to see a big girl ready to fight. But instead, it was this tiny, skinny girl, maybe 5 feet tall. She looked at me and said, "What the F?" Then, out of nowhere, she yelled, "I hope y'all ain't up here effing, 'cause he didn't tell you he got HIV." Excuse me? My heart dropped. I looked at Mike, and he was standing there silent. Then he finally spoke. "Man, she always saying stuff." Always. I was so relieved at that moment that nothing had happened. I didn't even care about the drama anymore. I just thanked God that girl showed up when she did. I turned to her and said, "Girl, you just saved my life." She was still mad, but I was too busy counting my blessings. I ran to my car, and Mike came running after me saying, "She trippin'. I'll go to the store and buy a condom." But I wasn't trying to hear it. I was like, "Boy, bye." Moral of the story. Always, always protect yourself. Don't be so caught up in the moment that you ignore the red flags. If something feels off, trust your gut. And most importantly, know your partner's status before you even think about doing anything. Wrap it up, stay safe, and don't let lust cloud your judgment. Please subscribe for more Storytime videos.